RiverBender.com's sports highlights are brought to you by Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place. Jack Schmidt Chevrolet of Wood River. If you don't know where to get the best auto deals, then you don't know Jack Schmidt. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Quality Buick, GMC, Cadillac, serving the Riverbend for 52 years. Barry Macias, professional independent insurance agency. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alt Memorial Hospital, the best healthcare close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, Buy American. First Mid-America Credit Union, new name, same great credit union.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to high school hockey here on RiverBender.com. I'm Dennis Laird alongside Brandon Overton. We're at the East Alton Ice Arena tonight for the Roxana Shells and the East Alton Wood River Oilers. First game of the season and a big-time rivalry right here between these two teams. Welcome back to high school hockey here on RiverBender.com. I'm Dennis Laird alongside Brandon Overton, and we're just about ready to get started here between the Roxana Shells and the East Alton Wood River Oilers. Give us a little background on last year. Both these teams played a couple times, and how did it turn out for these two teams last year?
Well, last season, the first game of the season was also East Alton Wood River versus Roxana, and it was a blowout. Roxana really gave it to Wood River. Lopsided game from beginning to end, and during senior night, Wood River was able to come back and won a very close 3-2 game, came down to the wire. And in the playoffs, they faced yet again, and Wood River was able to come back from a 2-0, trailing 2-0 after the first period.
So kind of a wake-up call after that first game for the Oilers. Shells put it to them, and then they come back to take the last two last season. And that's kind of how these teams are always in all sports. Here's a face-off, and it looks like the Oilers will control it. Nope. Intercepted at center ice, St. Peter's. A shot on goal and a save by Clevenger.
Nice little glove save there by Clevenger to start the game out. I think that gives Wood River a little confidence in their new goaltender, giving a first look at his first shot.
Looks like St. Peter is going to climb into the circle for the face-off for the Shells. Both captains in the center circle, and this one's going to come out to the blue line. Fed back inside. Shot on goal by Carlisle. Blocked at the defense. Puck loose in front of the net. And the Oilers try to shake it out there. Carlisle with a stick on it. Shoots it out, and now back into the Shell zone. Off the boards. Mayer gets a stick on it. Now Carlisle tries to pick it up. Mayer gets it back for the Oilers. Down the board, St. Peter's puts a check on it. Shakes the puck loose. Now Ford shoots it into the Roxana end. Shell's defense. Try to work it to Carlisle. It's intercepted by Harris. Harris with a shot on goal and a save by Roxana.
So two early glove saves. Nice saves by both goalies at both ends.
Caden Anderson with a save for the Roxana Shells. They'll face off just to the left. And it looks like the Oilers is going to control it along the boards. Now stolen away by the Shells. Oilers behind the net. Picked up at the blue line. Shot on goal. Goes wide to the left. Good check there on the boards by the Oiler captain. Puck trapped up against the board. They try to shake it free. And now Carlisle with it. Headed up the ice. Carlisle with one man to beat. Carlisle with a shot and a save by Clevenger. Loose in front, and he pounces on it to save the goal.
That was scary. Stephen White was coming in on the loose puck. Had a chance, but Clevenger covered it up.
Well, a face-off in the Oiler end. Officials talk it over with a couple of the players. Now drop the puck. And it's Harris trying to push it up the ice. Working his way through the defense. Gets it stripped away. Now the Shells pick it up, but Mills with a kick to keep it in the zone. Puck comes free. Back on the other end. They'll feed it up the ice. Into the Shell zone. It's Harris with it in front of the net, but loses it. Along the boards, they battle for it. Harris kicks it free. Picked up by an Oiler. Puck loose now and picked up by the Oilers again. Oiler defense shoots it up the ice, and a good check there by Wysop to set it free. And the Shells now pick it up on the other end. It's St. Peter's in the Oilers zone, driving toward the net, behind the net, loses it. St. Peter's gets it back, shoots it up the ice. Royce there to keep it in. Now the steal by the Oilers, but Royce going to keep it in. The Oiler in. Behind the net, Oilers with the puck. They'll work it up to Harris. Now to the center. Down the left wing, Wysop with a shot on goal, and Anderson with a save. That was Brendan Wysop with a shot there from left wing after taking the puck at center ice.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At First Mid-America Credit Union, they offer more than savings accounts, checking accounts, money markets, loans, and IRAs. They also offer a Visa Platinum Card, which rewards their members with low rates, no annual fees, no hidden fees, no balance transfer fees, built-in safety features to protect your card from fraud, and a reward program which rewards you for every purchase you make. Apply today for a First Mid-America Credit Union Visa Platinum Card at www.1stmidamerica.org.
Looks like Mayer going to come into the circle for the Oilers. I believe that's St. Peter's on the other side. Now Wysop in there. And he'll kick it out. Into the corner. They work it back out top. It's Ford with a shot that's blocked by St. Peter's. Now Ford works it to the right side. St. Peter's shoots it up the ice. Sabatino loses it. It's picked up on the left side. Now free. Anderson chasing down Ford in the corner. Anderson blocks Ford's pass. Now Ford with it back. Shoots it up ice. And there's Robine with it now. Robine down the right side to shoot it into the Oiler end. And what's the call here?
That'll be an icing call. Thought he was across the red line, but he didn't quite make it to it. So it's an icing, and it'll be a face-off in Roxana's end.
Move down to the Roxana zone. It's like Mayer and St. Peter's. The puck drops. Mayer battling for it. And he'll get it to Harris in front of the goal. A shot wide behind the net. Now at the blue line, battling for it, picked up by the Shells. They shoot it up ice to St. Peter's. It'll go behind the net. St. Peter's tries to chase it down. There's Anderson down there to help out. Now St. Peter's in front of the goal. St. Peter's with a shot, and there's the save by the goalie Clevenger. Didn't get a real good shot on that one.
No, and Clevenger was way too far back in his net. That puck almost seeped in, and he had it in front of him the whole time.
Line change for the Shells. And a face-off won by the Oilers. They'll try to shoot it up the boards, but that's blocked behind the net. Now on the right side, they'll work it across the blue line. Here's Harris picking it up at the red line. Into the Shell zone, a shot that's blocked by the defense. And now they'll try to work it out, but it's going to be picked up by Roxana, shooting into the center. Now here's the Oilers with it. Back into the Roxana zone. One defender to beat, and a nice defensive play there. Back the other way. Puck loose. And Clevenger will drop it off. And here comes the Shells. Almost stole that right in front of the net. Back the other way. Left side, Mayer Down into the shell zone. Behind the net. Loses the puck there. And now they'll work it out. Near the blue line, a shot. It goes wide. Back up the other side. Whitenberg with it. Left side to Mayer. Mayer working it up the ice. Mayer in front of the net, and he gets it stolen away. Carlisle with it now. Carlisle wide open, driving on the net. Here's a shot, and no good.
Took that in a little too far, as he probably could have got a goal there, but waited to make the deke too late.
Robine picks it up, gets checked, and loses it. Now St. Peter's will pick it up for the Shells. He goes down. And Mayer almost come up with a loose one in front of the net. Here's White. Feeds it to Carlisle, wide open. Shot is wide to the right. Looked like he almost fanned there. Behind the net. They work it to the center. White misses it. Now the puck loose. White picks it back up. And the Oilers able to clear that one. Shells with a couple opportunities there, but no goal. Here comes Roxana back up the ice. They feed it down the left side, and this is going to be picked up by the Oiler defense. Now White with it. A shot in on goal, and Clevenger with another save. Shells have had some opportunities, just not getting real good shots on the goal.
Yeah, they're not picking up those rebounds. Clevenger giving up a couple rebounds, and he's way back in that net, so if they start shooting high, they can get some goals with Clevenger so far back in that net. He's not cutting down any angles.
We'll see if that's something the Shells can pick up on and take advantage of. St. Peter's in the circle for the Shells, and he'll win the faceoff, but it will go to the Oilers. Down the right side. They work it. St. Peter's now behind the net. St. Peter's up the boards. Now he's going to have it stolen away. This is Harris. Harris shoots it up the ice. Down the left side they go, and it's chased down. I think that's Hale. He'll work it back up the right side. Oilers have it. They work it down in front of the bench. Now back the other way. Here come the Shells. St. Peter's with it. St. Peter's works around the defender. In on the net, a shot backhand and a save by Clevenger.
Oh, you can see that puck sitting on the goal line. Very close to a goal. Clevenger able to keep that one out.
Clevenger looks like he maybe shook up just a bit. Well, that puck, as you mentioned, getting real close to that line, and he's playing deep in that net.
He's going to have to, coaches are going to have to talk to him in between periods or something, tell him to get out of that net, because that was just a simple save, almost went in the net yet again.
Behind the net, the Oilers with it. And they'll work it out. Picked up at the blue line by the Shells. A shot in, knocked down. And here comes the puck the other way at the center ice. Off the boards and picked up by Carlisle. Gets hit by Mayer and loses it. Now here come the Shells. Mayer with a block. Stolen by Carlisle. Carlisle gets it ripped away from him. Down into the corner now. They work it back up the left side. Here comes Mayer with it. Mayer with a move. Mayer with a drive, and he loses it, and it gets in front of the net. Now feeds it back inside, but nobody there. Picked up a shot and score! Oilers on the board first.
St. Peter's from the point. It looked like that Caden Anderson might have been screened out in front, as there was a couple of her own players sitting there in front of the net. St. Peter saw a hole, shot it, and he scores over blocker side, glove side, that is.
Ace Hardware in Bethalto is your helpful place. It's where you'll find more than 70,000 items in the store and even more online. It's where the people know how to solve your problems. It's where top brands like Benjamin Moore, Still, and Craftsman make your jobs go smoothly and with confidence. It's where hot buys sizzle each and every week. Ace Hardware in Bethalto is more than helpful. They save you time and money too.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Welcome back to the East Alton Ice Arena. Dennis Laird alongside Brendan Overton. And the Oilers have struck first. Number 92, St. Peter's for the Oilers with the goal. Here's Robine with it for Roxana as they work it into the Oiler end. White with it, trying to feed it in. Picked up now by St. Peter's. St. Peter's gets it stripped away. Round it goes, and now picked up by Royce, who keeps it in. White now with the puck. White feeds it near the net and wide of the net. In the corner, it's picked up by Carlisle. Carlisle loses it behind the net. Ford and St. Peter's give chase. Finally, Royce comes up with it. He goes down. Right side now. Here's Ford with it. He's knocked down. And now they finally work it into the Roxana end. Robine back to pick it up. Robine takes a hard check, gets it to Royce. And now St. Peter's with it. Right side.
There's a penalty called on Roxana behind the play. I didn't exactly see what happened, but Harris was down. And Robine is going into the box.
Robine going to be called for it here. I'll head to the penalty box as Harris, as soon as you heard him go down, you could hear the fans wanting the call there. So the Oilers on the power play, up 1-0. Being outshot tonight by the Shells 6-4 here in the first period. 3:12 to go. 2-minute penalty on Robine. As the Oilers win the faceoff, Mayer controls it. Tries to drop it off to Harris. Here's Ford feeding it in toward the goal. Stolen away by Peters. Ford knocks down the pass. And they're going to call him for high sticking.
That won't be a penalty. That'll just be a face-off in the zone. He didn't actually hit anybody with a stick. That's why it's not a penalty, but it was definitely high sticking.
Trying to bring that puck back to the ice and use the stick, and he can't do that. Here's Harris losing it. St. Peter's picks it up. Left side now. A good check there by the Oilers. St. Peter's behind the net, and St. Peter's tried to whip that one around the net. But a nice job by Clevenger, able to stop it.
Way to get that pad down by Clevenger on the wraparound and covers that up before anybody can come in and get a rebound goal.
Well, they'll face off again. And this time, the Oilers is going to control the face-off. They try to work it up the right side. It's kept in by the Shell defense. Behind the net, picked up by Ford for the Oilers. Ford pushes his way along the boards and now gets it taken away. Oilers get it back. They feed it towards center ice, but it's knocked back in by the Shells. Here's Harris at center ice. Harris works it to Mayer. Mayer with a shot and a save. Mayer with another shot, this one wide. Harris picks it up on the left side. Harris in trouble. Now taken away by the Shells. Up the right side goes Carlisle. His shot near the goal, knocked away by Clevenger. Oilers get it back. Oilers hustle up ice and try to get it to Harris. It's knocked away. St. Peter's on the right side. Into the Oilers zone. Checked by Mayer. Weiss up there as well. And here's a shot by Carlisle that goes wide left. Hale will pick it up at the defense. Works it to St. Peter. St. Peter's in front of the net. St. Peter's with a nice check there by the Oilers. St. Peter's to knock the Shell St. Peter off the shot. He had a wide open net there, though.
And St. Peter's will get called with hooking, it looks like. And I didn't see it, but
1:25 left to go in the period. 1-0 in favor of the Oilers. Shells will. Looks like they'll go with White in the center against Mayer. Now they're going to change up. And Carlisle will come in, and it's won by Mayer. Mayer shoots it up the floor to the ice. Hale will pick it up. Hale works it to Carlisle on the right side. Hale now with it for Roxana. Into the Oilers zone is shot wide. Hale chasing it down, but the puck shot back into the Roxana end. Carlisle back to pick it up behind the net. Carlisle going to try the left side. Up the ice he comes. And we'll feed it to White. White too far out in front. Centers it, and a shot no good by Carlisle. Carlisle trying to chase it down. Now picked up by the Oilers. They'll shoot it around the ice. Hale back on the defense for the Shells. Hale works it behind the net. Up the ice to Carlisle. Carlisle flips it into the Oilers zone. Back the other way come the Oilers. Hale will chase this one down. So here comes Mills for the Oilers. In front of the Roxana bench, St. Peter's picks it up. St. Peter's shoots it into the Oilers zone. And that is going to be the end of the period. Oilers lead after 1 period of play over the Shells, 1-0.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Welcome back to the East Alton Ice Arena. Dennis Laird alongside Brendan Overton, and we'll turn it over to Brendan for the play-by-play in period number 2.
Well, we're going to start the second period. The Oilers down a man, Roxana on the power play, and passed up to Carlisle, who will throw it into the Oilers zone. Harris back behind the net to get it. Checked by St. Peter's. And the puck goes back to the boards. Harris with a shot blocked by the other Harris, who will throw it down to Roxana's end. Mayer's there. Shot into the face mask of Caden Anderson. And Roxana able to clear it. Hale has it. Tries to get it across to Carlisle, but St. Peter got in his way. And a big hit by Hale. Roxana able to keep it in. Carlisle has it. Tries a centering pass to Hale. Can't get it to him. And Wysop able to clear it. Back to get it is the Roxana Harris. Wysop puts it back in the zone. Doesn't look like he saw Childers there at almost all sides. Carlisle tries to get it to Hale, broken up by Wysop. Now Carlisle has it again. Shot! Blocker save by Clevenger. Goes back into the corner, and Harris will dump it. And that'll be icing as the Wood River penalty is over. A lot of excitement in the early going in the second period. We'll have a face-off in Wood River's zone. Looks like Carlisle and Mayer. Face-off. Won by Carlisle. Ravel with a shot blocked by Mayer. Goes back into the corner. Carlisle has it behind the net. Broken up by Ford. And he'll put it back into the corner. A good move on Anderson. And he'll send it up to Mayer. Met by Carlisle back in the corner. Trying to get it out. Carlisle in front of the net. Shot saved by Clevenger. And Ford unable to get the puck out. Carlisle has it. Broken up by Winterberg. And he'll take it down the ice. Winterberg with a shot a little too high over the glove side of Anderson. And now Mayer has it back in the corner. A centering pass to Mills is broken up. Now St. Peter's wide. Backhander by Mayer. Another shot. And two great saves by Anderson to keep the puck out.
Outstanding job by Caden Anderson. All kinds of pressure on her from Mayer, and she's able to stand her ground and keep that puck out of the net.
Both teams will get a line change, and we'll have a face-off on the far side in the Roxana zone. Wysop and St. Peter's. Face-off won by Roxana, and they're able to clear it out. Back to get it will be Harris of Wood River. And he's met by Stephen White. And Harris will throw it around the boards. And Childers and St. Peter's will fight for it. Oilers unable to clear as Anderson throws it right back. Oh. Shot goes wide. Harris has it behind the net. We'll try to get it to Childers, who can't connect with it. And Royce will go back. Royce gives it to the Roxana Harris, who gets checked by Wysop. Now Winterberg has it. Nice little move, but loses the puck to White. Winterberg keeps it in. Oh, now St. Peter's gets it out. Hale and St. Peter's on a 2-on-1. Tries to give it to St. Peter's. And the whistle was blown too early as the ref thought that it was covered up, but it wasn't.
We'll see here. Clevenger really getting a break there as he went down and knocked that puck loose, and they called him covering it up and blew the whistle. That should have been a Shell goal.
These Roxana fans not too happy about that call. Oilers able to keep that 1-0 lead.
Big break there for the Oilers.
And the face-off won by the Oilers comes back to Harris. A scrum down in the corner, and the puck will go back behind the net. Ford hands it off to Harris. Will send it up to Mayer, unable to get it, and it'll go all the way down into Roxana's end, and Royce is back to get it for Roxana. Royce will throw it around. Centering pass to Mayer, can't connect. And now he'll dump it back to Ford with a shot. And it looks like it hit off Wysop, and now it goes back into the corner. Thrown behind the net. Mayer with a centering pass to Wysop, and a save by Caden Anderson. Puck goes back to Harris, blocked out in front by St. Peter's. And Mayer with a shot on the wraparound. Anderson will cover up. A little extracurricular activity in front of the net after the whistle, but
nice job again by Caden Anderson. All kinds of activity right in front of her, but somehow she's able to grab hold of that puck and hold on to it. Mayer very aggressive around that net again, and he's gotten close a couple times now, but just come up short.
And even though the Shells are down by 1 goal, Caden Anderson having a heck of a game today. Making some big saves, and that 1 goal was just off a screen, but Ravel is down there in the corner with Winterberg. Winterberg takes it away from Ravel, has it in front of the net, and loses the puck. Robine will dump it out, and Harris will get it in his own zone, being chased down by Stephanie White. Harris will try and clear. Ravel holds it in.
Big check by Carlisle there.
And a check by Robine on Ford, but Ford able to get possession back, but Roxana holds it in. A shot. Oh, it gets tipped by Harris and almost goes in. Clevenger tracked it down and covered it up.
Clevenger had went down to the ice there, and that one just soft enough for him to recover.
Another lucky moment for Clevenger. Winterberg comes off late on the change, and we'll have Weissop and Carlisle. Carlisle win the faceoff. Now Mayer has it. Gets almost past Robine, able to poke it away. Now White and Ford will meet in the boards. Robine able to hold it in. Now Carlisle has it in the zone. Unable to get a shot off, broken up by his own player, Wallace. Now it goes back into the corner, and Ford will be back there. He gives it up to Mayer, who centers it to Mills, who can't get the pass. And Ravel will get it back in her own zone. Able to clear it out of there. And Carlisle's in there on Ford, a one-on-one. Shoots it, and it's blocked by Ford and goes back into the corner. Now Carlisle with another shot, and a toe save by Clevenger. And St. Peter's able to clear it. Mayer has it now. He's in on Robine. Takes a shot over the glove side of Anderson. Go a little too high. And now Levi Wallace unable to clear. Kyle Ford shoots it in. Carlisle chips it out. And Roxana will go on a line change. And that line change was bad timing as Mayer almost came in on a breakaway. Tipped out in front, Mayer, wide open net, and he misses wide.
What a job by St. Peter's to save that goal.
Ford with a shot, blocked out in front. Too many shells in the way of that shot. And St. Peter's will come back. Hale will race him down for it. Now Hale will get it down in the corner. A centering pass for St. Peter's, a shot, and it goes wide. And now the Oilers able to clear, and no icing is called. Winterberg with a shot, and a stick save by Anderson. Winterberg going for the 5-hole there. Oilers able to keep it in, and Mayer all alone, nobody back, roofs it on Caden Anderson.
Really nothing Anderson could do there as Mayer wide open in front of the net. And he had his choice of which way he wanted to go and took advantage of it with the goal.
When you own a business, your loss could be your employee's loss too. That's why you should put American Family Insurance and me to work right away. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. I can help you design property and liability coverages that fit the needs of your specific business. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
At Jack Schmidt Chevrolet in Wood River, we make car buying a breeze. A member of our sales team will assist you in selecting the perfect new or GM certified pre-owned vehicle, and we back it up with our guaranteed price policy. Our commitment to you continues after the sale with genuine Goodwrench service. So if you don't know where to get the best deal on quality vehicles and service,
you don't know Jack Schmidt
in Wood River, Illinois.
Yeah!
Won by the Shells. St. Peter's has it in the offensive zone. Shot, no. Stick save by Clevenger. Goes back into the corner. Another shot goes behind the net. And Harris tries to clear it. Roxana's Harris will hold it in. And Winterberg able to clear. Royce will throw it into the far side.
Scored by number 16, Nick Mayer.
Now Winterberg has it inside the zone. Shot blocked by Royce. And it'll go back into the corner. Winterberg has it taken away by the Shell captain, St. Peter's. He brings it in on the defense, gets around the Wood River St. Peter's, now around Ford, a shot, and a save by Clevenger, covers up. Some pushing and shoving by the net after the whistle. So the Oilers are able to pick it up in the second period, able to get 2 goals in on the Shells.
Well, the Oilers have caught a couple breaks and taken advantage of it. Oilers up 2-0.
The Oilers are winning, but Hale takes a shot and it goes wide. Now Carlisle gets a pass to Royce, can't get it, and it'll go back for Ford. Ford will send it up to Mills. Mills tries to clear and Harris will throw it back in. Carlisle gets it down in the corner, checked by Mayer. Now it goes behind the net to Hale. Hale with a shot. Saved by Clevenger, and the Oilers try to get it out. Can't, and Hale has it again now. Mills able to get it out of the zone. Pass to Carlisle. We'll just throw it at the net. Oh, and almost goes in on the dump in. It tipped off the blocker and went over the net, and Oilers able to clear. Now Royce has it for Roxana. St. Peter's comes in on Mayer. Tries a spin move, can't get it, and now Mayer's going the other way with it. He has Winterberg. Mayer gives it to Winterberg, and neither Winterberg or Weissop can connect with it, and the Shells not able to clear. Ford holds it in, throws it down into the corner, and Winterberg will get it, checked by Royce, and Weissop will have it now. Checked by Carlisle, tries to clear. Mayer will keep it in. And now the Shells are finally able to clear as St. Peter races for it with Ford. Ford beats him to the puck. But a nice check by St. Peter's down in the corner. Now Carlisle has it in front of the net. Shot! And it goes wide. A good hit by Carlisle on Mayer down in the corner. Now St. Peter's has a shot and a great save by Clevenger on that scoring chance down low.
Clevenger with another big save for the Oilers, and he's been doing it all night long, pitching a shutout so far with 2:33 to go here in the second period.
Nice little quick reacting leg save there and able to cover it up. Now has 16 saves in this game.
Clevenger seems like he likes to go down to the ice a lot. I wonder if the Shells might try to go up high on him.
I know if I was the Shells coach, I'd be telling him a little something to go high. He goes down, he's so far back in the net, he needs to. So he's leaving that top side vulnerable as the Shells get it. But the Oilers dump it out of the zone. Now Robin has it, he'll throw it in. Harris gives it to Winterberg. Winterberg puts a move on Ravel. He's got Robin to beat. Shot right into the chest of Caden Anderson. And we'll get a whistle. With 2:14 left in the second period.
Shells continue to outshoot the Oilers, but the Oilers lead in the important category, and that's 2-0 on the scoreboard.
Nice. And Caden Anderson will cover up again on the shot from the point by Harris. Winterberg wins the face-off. Shot goes wide. And St. Peter's will get it, throws it in. There's a fight for it down on the boards. Coming away with it now is Ravel, who will dump it out. And Carlisle can't beat Harris to the puck, and White will bring it in. Laid offside, so the Shells will have to come out, and St. Peter's has it. Tries to get it to Savantino, but now it comes out to Mayer, who brings it in. Throws it out in front. Savantino can't get there on the wide open net. Caden left that glove side wide open. Now Winterberg has it. Well, a shot by St. Peter's goes wide. Now Mayer gives it back to Harris. Harris with a shot and a save by Anderson.
Good quick shot right on the net that time by Harris, but Caden Anderson doing a really good job in the net tonight for the Shells. Oilers, though, 2-0 lead. Shells haven't figured out how to beat Clevenger yet.
Shells won the face-off. St. Peter's has it. Wysop will take it away from him, but he gets it right back. Gives it to Hale, who up to Harris. Harris has it now in his offensive zone. Checked by Ford. He tries to leave it for St. Peter's. In it there. Shot by Royce. Another shot out in front. A couple of great saves by Clevenger, and eventually covers up. The puck was still loose.
That puck loose in front of the net, and St. Peter's really just couldn't get a good stick on it. Had an open net, and Clevenger able to fight for it and finally come up with it.
Clevenger is able to come up with a lot of these rebounds. He's given up a lot of them. Face-off won by the Shells. St. Peter's has it. Tries a centering pass to Harris. Can't get it there. Shot by Royce. Goes wide. Now Ford has it for the Oilers. He's got Mayer. And it's too far in front of Mayer. 28 seconds left in the period. Gets tripped up by Carlisle. No call. And now Carlisle has it. Tries to get it out. Ford with a shot. A stick save by Caden Anderson. It'll go down into the corner. Mayer has it. Centering pass. Nobody's there. And it'll go into the neutral zone with 8 seconds left in the period. Ford will give it to St. Peter's. St. Peter's tries to get it past the other St. Peter's. And a big hit by Wysop stops St. Peter's from getting a last-second shot. And that'll do it 2-0 at the end of the second period.
To a military family, a phone call home is priceless, but these phone calls are expensive. By donating a used cell phone through Cell Phones for Soldiers, Weber Granite City Chevrolet is helping U.S. service members get a free 60-minute calling card. Cell Phones for Soldiers addresses an everyday emotional need that everyone has experienced, the need to call home, to hear a familiar voice while far away. If you have a cell phone you're not using, please donate it to us at Weber Granite City Chevrolet for the Cell Phones for Soldiers program.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
Here we are for third period action here at the East Alton Ice Arena. Brendan Overton joined by Dennis Laird, and the Oilers able to put 2 goals up in that second period, able to find a way to get the puck past Caden Anderson.
Not an easy thing to do either. Caden Anderson doing a nice job in the nets, but the Oilers, that second goal, Mayer wide open in front of the net. No chance for Anderson to stop that, and they're up 2-0 here as we go into the final period.
Face-off won by the Oilers, broken up by Hale. Now St. Peter's has it. A shot in on Clevenger with a blocker save. Puck's loose out in front, and Ford's able to get it out, and there'll be a delayed penalty. It looks like it'll be on the Shells. Mayer has it. He gets it past Ravel, and he's got Winterberg on the far side. Shot and a save by Anderson. Touched up, and we'll have a whistle. See who goes to the box for Roxana. And it'll be Carlisle for tripping.
That's a big penalty for the Shells. Carlisle's been all over the ice tonight, and he's saved a couple goals with some good checking and defense.
2 minutes without him will really hurt the Shells, as the faceoff's won by the Shells on their defensive end. And a whistle is blown. And there will be a face-off outside the zone. Don't exactly know what the call was, but we'll have another face-off. Face-off won by the Oilers. Mayer sends it into the zone. Robine has it now, and he'll just throw it all the way down the ice. Ford back there with Ravel. Tries to wrap it around the boards and whiffs. Harris tries to center it. Nobody's there. And now Mayer gives it to Winterberg. Winterberg sends it up to Mayer. Now Mayer's in on the defense. Robine giving a little bump. Centers it. Nobody's there. Royce tries to clear it. Can't do it. The shot by St. Peter's, and it's his second goal. Scores on the blocker side of Anderson.
Alex St. Peter's second goal of the night comes early here in the third period and really puts it to the Shells here. They're down 3 goals in this final period.
Everybody's saying buy American, but not me. I just want you to come drive American. Come out today and see for yourself. No one has a more impressive selection of vehicles than Ford. Whether it's a Focus, Fusion, Escape, Edge, F-150, or any other Ford product, no one can beat Ford's quality. Not Toyota, not Honda, not anybody.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years, just off Route 3 or Highway 67 in Alton, or at RiverBender.com.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got top, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from Tony.
Yeah! Woo!
The Oilers center ice. 13 has it. Oh, a shot a little bit wide. Oilers keep it in the zone.
Oilers able to put them up 3-0 on the Shells here in the third period. Shells are really going to have to find a way to score on Clevenger if they want to get back into this game.
They haven't figured it out yet. Clevenger doing a nice job in the net for the Oilers as he's shut out the Shells so far.
Carlisle wins the face-off. Now he's in. Oh, he's got Ford to beat, shoots it wide, and now Mayer has it. Tries to get it out. Revelle holds it in. Now Winterberg has it for Wood River. He'll give it to Mayer. Mayer will bring it in. Tries to give it back to Sabantino, who wasn't there, and Roxana will clear it. Ford's back to get it, waits for Revelle to come up and tries to give it to Mayer. Cleared down the ice, Mayer can't get to it, and now Roxana has it. Harris tries to clear, the other Harris holds it in. Royce is back in the corner, sends it up to the Roxana Harris, who gives it to Carlisle, and he's got Revelle on the near side. Gives it to her. Oh, and it's broken up on a nice poke check by Ford. And now Winterberg's bringing it the other way. He comes in. Shot goes wide. And St. Peter's gets it. Tries to give it to Carlisle, and he gets it to him. And Carlisle just get it out of the zone. And Ford will bring it in. Nice move on St. Peter's. Poke check by Robine. And it'll go down into the corner. Robine gets it. Tries to clear. Ford holds it in. Shot and a save by Caden Anderson. Comes out to Harris. Oh, almost broken up and goes on an odd man rush, but can't get to it. And Winterberg has it now. Winterberg loses it in an offensive zone and loses it again. Pass by Robine to St. Peter's, broken up. Now Hale has it. Hale will throw it in. Mayer is in on a breakaway, and on Caden Anderson. Can't get a shot off. Great back checking by Trevor Hale. And now the Shells throw it in to the Oilers zone. St. Peter's is back. Gives it to Revelle, who can't get it. Robine shoots, and it goes over the net. Can't tell if Clevenger got a glove on that or not, but a wide open net, can't connect. Can't get a goal, and Mayer can't clear it. Revelle with a shot, just a little blooper, and blocked out in front by Harris. And now Winterberg gives it to Mayer. Mayer has it. Nice move on Revelle. Shot, and a blocker save by Anderson. Mills throws it into the corner for Wysop. Wysop has it behind the net. Tries to wrap around, gets broken up by the defense, and they're able to clear. Ford bring it in. Nice pass through the legs to Wysop. He's in on a breakaway. Nice move and a save by Caden Anderson. Wysop had him beat, but Anderson able to get the glove down and make the save. And it looks like a penalty is being called. Another Roxana penalty. It'll be Connor Anderson. It might have been too many men on the ice as they were in the middle of a change when that puck came along the boards.
It's the last thing the Shells need here. Down 3 goals, and now the power play against them.
Wysop stops, takes a shot, tries to shoot it through Childers, but he blocked it. St. Peter's throws it in, forces the Oilers off the zone, and Carlisle will just send it in to the other end, and Ford's back to get it. Gets it around White, and pass up to Harris. Harris with a shot, blocker saved by Anderson, and Harris will just put it behind the net for Levi Wallace. Levi Wallace will throw it into the Wood River zone, and Clevenger will give it to Ford. Ford up to Harris. Harris will give it to tries to get it to Wysop, can't connect with a pass, and now Carlisle has it in his own zone. Carlisle will just dump it around the boards, and it comes back to Ford. Into Wysop. Wysop has it in the zone. Nice shot by Winterberg and a good save by Anderson. Winterberg gets hit by Wallace behind the net, and Roxana is able to clear. Ford will pass it over to Mills. Mills will throw it into the Roxana zone, and Carlisle will dump it out. 29 seconds left on the power play as Ford gives it to Wysop. Wysop has it in front, shot, and a great save by Anderson. It's still Anderson able to cover up.
Oh, just another outstanding job by Caden Anderson, and you won't be able to tell by the score tomorrow how good a job she's done in the net tonight. They've been wide open in front of her, and she's been able to stop most of those shots.
Roxana's defense not giving Anderson a whole lot of help back there, as Wood River has had a lot of scoring chances here late in this game, in the second period and the third period.
Now the Oilers actually out shooting the Shells 22-21.
Face off, won by Wysop, back to Mills, and now St. Peter's has it. The captains in together, poke check by Mayer. St. Peter's with a shot, blocked by Mayer. Another block by Mayer.
Oh, an outstanding job by Mayer.
Now Mayer will clear it, and it'll be an icing call on Nicholas Mayer, but an outstanding performance there. Good shift by Mayer.
Mayer able to knock down 2 or 3 shots there right in front of the net.
Saving Clevenger a lot of shots, and
fun watching the two captains battle it out there right in the center of the ice.
Face-off won by Roxana, but Wood River gains possession. Now St. Peter's has it in front of the net. A shot. Clevenger keeps it out, and now Harris has it. A whistle is blown. And it'll be a cross check. We'll see on who. Cross check goes to the Wood River captain, Nick Mayer.
Well, here's an opportunity now for the Shells with Mayer off the ice. And only 5:39 to go. They're down by 3.
Shells finally get a break as the Wood River loses a key player here late in the third period. And they score off the face-off. I didn't see who scored that goal.
I believe it was Hale.
So Trevor Hale, it looks like, off the faceoff, puts it by Clevenger, blocker side. And it's 3-1, so the power play gets a very quick goal there.
Well, that's what the Shells needed to do, down by 3 goals, and take advantage of that power play, and they're on the board.
Harris with a couple of good moves. Shot! And glove save by Anderson.
By the time they announce the penalty, the Shells have already got a goal.
Harris has it off the face-off. It comes back to Mayer. A shot tipped out in front by Robine. It goes back. Winterberg has it. Checked by Ravel. And now St. Peter's will bring it up. He's got Hale on the far side. And the shot's broken up by Mayer. And it'll throw it bound into the corner. Hale with a centering pass. Can't get it. And a shot by Carlisle goes wide. Another shot blocked out in front by Mayer. And a shot by Robine goes wide left. So a few shots there by the Shells trying to get back up on the board. A couple more goals. Buck down in the corner. Shot a little too far out in front. And another shot by Robine. Mayer will throw it around the boards. Robine will hold it in. Now 17 will kick it out. And Winterberg has it. A nice move on Ravel, but it goes too far in. Can't get a shot off. Puts another good move on Ravel. Trying to find a man open. And Carlisle will get it. Carlisle in the Wood River zone. Shoots it off the post. And White will shoot it. It goes wide left. Anderson back with Weissop. And now Sabatino of the Oilers will dump it. And it'll be an icing call against the Wood River Oilers.
3:57 left to go in this one. The Shells down by 2 goals. They need a goal.
Well, there's plenty of time left on the clock to get 2 goals, but they're going to have to bear down and really get some shots off on Clevenger.
Shells able to score on their last face-off, but this time
goes back for Mayer behind his own goal. Puts a move on White, now a move on Harris. And he'll pass it to Mills. No, that's Weissop. Weissop will bring it in. Shoots, blockers saved by Anderson, and the Shells able to clear. Now Mayer takes his time and gives it to Weissop. Weissop will give it to St. Peter's, broken up by Anderson. Delayed offsides. And St. Peter's will just throw it into Roxana's zone. Pass from Royce to Harris. Harris checked by Mayer as he throws it into the corner. St. Peter's back to get it for Wood River. White takes it away from St. Peter's. And now Weissop gets it up to Winterberg. Winterberg gives it to Weissop. Weissop to Winterberg, shot, and it's just barely touched, and an easy save for Caden Anderson. And now Winterberg has it. Tries to get it to Weissop. He wasn't paying attention. Puck goes down into the corner. Move on Ravel. Sends it to the point to St. Peter's. Almost out of his reach. And Carlisle has it. Mayer back. Carlisle with a shot. Goes wide. St. Peter's keeps it in. St. Peter's, a shot. There'll be a delayed penalty on the Oilers. He scores! It's put out in front by St. Peter's, and it looks like Carlisle puts it home over the glove side. Oh, Trevor Hale puts it over the glove side of Clevenger. The Shells could very easily have this game tied up.
Looks like Carlisle maybe shooken up a little bit over there along the boards.
Too big of a celebration.
Well, Hale with 2 big goals here, though, and the Shells now only down by 1. It took them most of the game, but the last 3 minutes, Shells having some success now against Clevenger. Really doing a nice job of creating some havoc in front of that net here late in this period to get those 2 goals.
The Oilers are really going to have to settle down and play some hard defense because the Shells definitely have the momentum in this game right now. And with 2 minutes, 3 seconds left, they can easily tie this game up. Face off, won by the Oilers, comes back to Ford. Ford sent it up to Harris. Harris to Winterberg, loses it, and St. Peter's tries to get it out. Ford will send it up. A tip down front by Harris. A save, another shot. Save covered by Anderson, and a couple of big saves by Anderson.
And we've seen that all night long, and Caden Anderson coming up big here again. The couple nice saves. That one off the stick of Harris. I thought that one was going to get by her, but somehow she got her skate on it.
That's good reaction by Anderson to get that leg pad out there and get that tip turned away. Face-off won by Roxana. Unable to clear. Oh, Ford loses the puck, but able to keep it back in. Now Harris has it. Throws it behind the board, behind the net. Nobody's there. Now Winterberg tries to give it to Harris. Harris a big hit on St. Peter's. Now Winterberg and Weissop battling it out. And it comes out. Carlisle had it behind his own net. Nice little poke by Weissop, but Carlisle able to keep it. And now the Oilers able to get it out. Winterberg got it on a breakaway on Anderson. Shot! Scores! That is a big goal by Ben Winterberg on the breakaway. Nobody back on defense, and that puts them up 2 goals with 1:05 left in the game.
That's what the Oilers needed there. Wide open Winterberg, and takes it to the hole to put the Oilers up by 2.
That is a big goal, and Winterberg excited as he should be with that goal. Puts them up 2 and
takes a little wind out of the Shell sails too, as they had the momentum on their side.
St. Peter's brings it in. Broken up by Ford, who will just throw it around. Robine is there. Robine broken up by Mayer, and now they give it to Mayer. Gets past Ravel. Now he's just got Robine to me. He's got Harris. Shot! And it goes wide. Centering pass. Harris couldn't connect with it. And now Carlisle has it. Gets past Ford. Pass to St. Peter's. And it's broken up by Weissop. Great back checking by Weissop to break that pass up. With 22 seconds left in the game. 4-2 Oilers. Carlisle will give it to Robine. Robine with a shot, and it's turned away by Clevenger. Last 10 seconds of the game, centered to St. Peter's. And Ben Winterberg will clear it. 2-1, and that's the game. Oilers win it 4-2. A very exciting game. A little bit more exciting there midway through the third period as the Shells add a couple goals to make it close.
Well, 2-0 the score as we went into that third period, and 2 goals for the Oilers and 2 for the Shells in that third period. 4-2 win, though, for the Oilers, and that all started with that Carlisle penalty when the Oilers were able to get that third goal on that power play, and they never looked back from there.
Oh, the shots are even for both teams, 27-27, and really the score doesn't reflect on how well Caden Anderson played in net today. She had a wonderful game, but she didn't really have a whole lot of help back on defense. And it's a hard game for Caden Anderson, giving up 4 goals and really playing an outstanding game.
She did play a very solid game in the net, just too many opportunities for the Oilers wide open on her, and she wasn't able to stop them all, but a good effort from Caden Anderson. The Oilers, though, with a big win, the first win of the season, and they're out to a good start on the season now.
There for a moment, I thought Roxana was going to be able to come back and tie that game up, but that late goal by Ben Winterberg really, like you said, took the wind out of the sails of the Roxana Shells. Big goal there by Winterberg, and
Winterberg put the ice on this one, a 4-2 win for the Oilers.
RiverBender.com's sports highlights are brought to you by Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place. Jack Schmidt Chevrolet of Wood River. If you don't know where to get the best auto deals, then you don't know Jack Schmidt. Alton Refrigeration. the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Quality Buick, GMC, Cadillac, serving the River Bend for 52 years. Barry Macias, professional independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alt Memorial Hospital, the best healthcare close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the River Bend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, Buy American.
First Mid-America Credit Union. New name, same great credit union.